Hi everyone, I'm back to share with you another project that I finished off over the weekend. Now this is my version of a altered file folder, but as you'll see in a minute, it's not actually made from a file folder or a manila folder, which is what we call them here in Australia. It's made from a couple of large sheets of A3 paper, and that paper was about 110 GSM, and then it was coffee dyed. So it's full of embellishments, and when I take those out, I'll be able to show you how I actually made it. So it measures about 11.5 by about 10, so it's not little. Okay, so I'll just start at the bottom. So down here we have some altered paper clips. Now this is a tutorial that I followed. What's her name? G. Kerr, that's right. And it's just a heart-shaped die, and you cut two large ones and you put your paper clip in between that, and then you just embellish the front. And I've done it with some lace, some muslin and some eyelash trim. And on the front is just a floral print that I printed onto some tissue paper and then glued it onto the front of those. And then I did the same with this one, only it's script, and then just a little bow. So there's those, and I did make a few. Then I made some little tags, and here we have some more tissue paper on the front, and I've gone around the edges with those with tea dyed and tattered rose. And then I made a couple of larger ones with some more tissue paper and some stamping, and I've gone around the edge of those with some stitching and added some lace and some more eyelash trim at the top. And here are some envelopes, and this is another tutorial that I followed by Andrea from Artie Mays. And there's more tissue paper on the front and some stamping and more on the back. And then some larger envelopes, and these ones I've made from some large rectangular doilies. So they're about this long. And then in between is some baking paper, and then some plain coffee dyed computer paper on top of that. Then I've just made an envelope and made a little flower on the front. That one's a bit different. And I did make quite a few of those as well. So there's some other ones. Okay, then in the back, now trying to remember what this is called. It's a fold-out tag book, and this was another tutorial I followed by G. Kerr. So what it is, basically a folder full of tags, but there's no tags in there at the moment. I will put some in eventually. So they're little pockets here and here and down here. Bit of stamping, and then it just folds up like that. And I've just added a few little tags in the front. Then at the very back, I've made a little journal, and this paper is from Tsunami Rose, and it's held together with some lovely soft lace. And on the edges, I've just put some lace and some more of that eyelash trim. Then inside, there's a side pocket, and there's a couple of those postcards that I've made with paper and calico in between, and some tea-dyed paper on there. And I've just stitched all around the edges of those, so they go in that side pocket. Then there's quite a few pages for journaling. Then in the back is another small journal, and there's a collage there of different papers, some more calico, tissue paper, and some stitching. Then I've just added some more lace there on the end. Then at the top is some more altered paper clips. And they just have a little bow and some lace and eyelash trim and a little flower. So there's one of those on each corner. So this is the folder, and how I've made it is just 2 large sheets, and then I've just folded those up and I've just sewn across the middle here because I didn't want it, the pocket to be too deep. So it's stitched across here, and then I made another little rectangular pocket which I've covered in some paper and then put a bit of lace over the top, and then I've just trimmed that with some more lace, did a lot of stamping, and this one in the middle here is actually attached. It's just got a little lace flower underneath and a larger version of those hearts that I made, and then I've added a little paper rose at the top. So there it is. So the trick will be to get it all back together again. This was so much fun to make. I'm definitely going to make some more, but I think I might try a different style. It goes in there. Goes in. I won't be able to get it back exactly. You never do. And they go back on there. And that one pops in there. Oh, lost me rose. And that goes up here. Oh, I'll put that on later. But anyway, there it is. So I think I'll just call it my embellishment folder. But I just love the way it turned out. It's just so soft and pretty. It's just a nice way of displaying or sending some embellishments to someone for them to use in their journals. But I definitely will be making some more because they're so addictive, aren't they? Okay, everyone, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.